Chapter 2, Mishnah 3. This Mishnah returns to the subject of wicks that are disqualified from use in Shabbos lamps. We may not kindle Shabbos lights with a wick made of anything that comes from a tree, except a wick of flax, which is permitted. The Mishnah adds another halachic difference between most tree products and flax. And a roof that is made of anything that comes from a tree does not become tame with tent tuma, when a corpse is beneath it, except for a roof made of flax. The Mishnah discusses whether a mix made from cloth of a particular size is fit for use in a Shabbos light. The Torah states that a beged can become tame. The word beged literally means garment, but in this context it includes any piece of cloth that is large enough to be useful. The smallest cloth that meets this requirement measures 3 by 3 finger breadths, for it can be used as a patch. The Mishnah's case of a wick formed by twisting a cloth that measures exactly 3 by 3 finger breadths. We now return to the Mishnah. The following dispute concerns a wick made of a minimally sized beged, exactly 3 by 3 finger breadths, that one had twisted into a wick but had not singed. Rabbi Eliezer says, since it was merely twisted and not singed, it is still a beged and can become tame. And therefore, when Friday is a Yom Tov, we may not kindle a Shabbos lamp with it. The reason for this prohibition is that as soon as the wick is set alight, it becomes slightly smaller than 3 by 3 finger breadths, and thus changes from a beged into a non-beged. Since it changed from one halachic entity to another, it falls under the category of nolad, a newborn item, which is muksa and may not be used on Yom Tov. Once it is muksa, one may not continue to hold the flame to it, as required when lighting a Shabbos lamp. Therefore, such a wick may not be used in a Shabbos lamp on Yom Tov. But Rabbi Akiva says it is tahor, i.e. it cannot become tame, because it stopped being a beged as soon as it was twisted into a wick. And thus we may kindle Shabbos lights with it even on a Friday that is a Yom Tov. Since it had already ceased to be a beged before it was lit, its halachic status does not change upon being kindled. It thus does not become muksa at that point and may continue to be used on Yom Tov.